So after about 9 months of planning, a bunch of ideas written down, we're finally going to be talking about my MLB 20 wish list for franchise mode. And there's a lot of stuff to go over, so let's go ahead and get this thing started. Now, first off, guys, we're gonna have to go over something, okay? In the comments down below, I'm gonna need you guys to spam some more ideas for what you guys would like to see in franchise mode, because not only is this probably gonna get a little bit of attention from the dev team and it'll be the show, let's try to make the most out of it and get all our good ideas down in the comments and try to make it happen and try to manifest something into making franchise mode just really, really good. Like, being an MLB The Show creator like myself and the countless other MLB The Show creators out there, we all just want the best for the game modes that we play. Me specifically, I play a lot of franchise mode. That's what you guys love to watch. So I'm going to be going over a lot of the ideas that I have personally to hopefully make franchise mode a really, really solid, well-defined, and good running mode. Let me go ahead and get all the notes loaded up on my phone. And as you guys can tell, there's quite a few bullet points here, okay? Doesn't look like all that much, but there's quite a few bullet points. And that's a lot of stuff to talk about, so let's go ahead and get into this. Actually, real quick, before we 100% get into this, just leave a like on the video, subscribe. You guys already know the deal, so go ahead and do that. And now let's go ahead and get into the must-haves for MLB The Show 20 franchise. Here we go. Now, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of my bullet points are a little bit scattered all over the place, so they might not go in perfect order, but this is from me playing for 9 months on franchise mode, so here we go. The first one coming in on my MLB The Show 20 franchise wish list is going to be 3+ player trades. So now let's go ahead and go on into the game and try to do a trade that might possibly happen. I don't really know if it's actually gonna happen, but still in the game, let's try it out. So Chris Bryant and the Phillies have been linked for a long, long time with like trade talks and everything like that. A lot of people are thinking that the Cubs are trying to trade Chris Bryant, so we're gonna go ahead and try to do it, and that'll be the show. Now the problem is we have to fill 3 spots in order to get Chris Bryant. And if I went ahead and gave the Cubs this deal, which is honestly the best possible trade that we can do, we would still need one more guy to secure that bag, and well, we can't do it. We can't even offer cash or do anything like that. So in my opinion, trading needs a gigantic overhaul inside MLB The Show franchise. Some of the ideas that I have actually go with the MLB rules of 5-person trading, cash considerations, you know, international prospect signing money, stuff like that. So if we could add that into the game, that's a gigantic step up. Not to mention 2021 MLB The Show is going to be coming to every single console pretty much. So we're definitely going to need some good upgrades when that game launches for every console, because there's going to be so many new people playing. So yeah, the first one is pretty much a whole revamp of trading and how trades actually work inside the game. So I guess number 1 is done. Now let's go over to number 2. Number 2 for me on this list is actually cash consideration trading, which we already talked about. That'd be included in the whole like trading overhaul, so hopefully they would add something like that. Now we have another feature that I would actually be so hyped about if they actually added it into the game. So real quick, if we want to go to July 2nd, which I'm sure a bunch of you baseball fans know is actually International Signing Day. The International Signing Day has given the MLB a bunch of shining stars. Well, I'll give you guys 2, as a matter of fact. We've gotten Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Juan Soto from the International Signing period. So those are 2 of the biggest stars, if not the 2 biggest stars right now up and coming in the MLB, and the teams that were actually able to get them ended up signing them out of the international signing period. So if we could get like the International Signing Day and MLB The Show where actually we went into like a free agent type screen or something like that, and we had international signing money and then had like a whole prospect list of like who's going to be the best top to bottom or something like that, I feel like that would be a gigantic step in the right direction for like more realism entering franchise mode. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that would be probably one of my favorite things if that got added for MLB 20. But tell me what you guys think down in the comments. I'd like to know. And now we have number 4 on my list, which is actually going to be a better budget system for MLB 20. Right now, if we go into the budget screen for MLB The Show, it's not completely horrible. I'm not going to lie. It tells you exactly what you need to know, pretty much. But the bigger thing right here, if we go over and try to sign, I don't even know, like let's just say like Scott Kazmir for some reason. In the older MLB games like MLB 16 and stuff like that, down at the team budget information, you'd be able to see how much money you have to spend on free agents. Right now, you can't see that anymore, which is a gigantic step back in my opinion. Like, you can see the payroll, the cash flow, the max offer, and everything like that. But if we go to like MLB 16 real quick, we can see just how different the team budget information is. As you guys can see, the player payroll, the total budget, and then the available tab, which is exactly what we need to bring back for MLB 20. Knowing exactly how much money your team has is kind of like a gigantic deal for the game, and I feel like having something like this added back into the game would just be 10 times better than what they got now. So that's just one of my personal things. Like, that's a tiny thing inside MLB The Show. There's a bunch of other stuff that we could be talking about, but just that super tiny detail and that little bit of information goes a long way for a lot of people that play franchise mode. So I'm hoping that they could add something like that back. And now we're gonna go ahead and move back to bigger stuff, and that is gonna be 3-team trading, which is actually kind of a gigantic need if you think about it. Like, for MLB teams in the offseason, it is not uncommon to go into a 3-team trade. So I feel like adding that as well would be perfect. And now, after hammering home quite a few of the necessities that I feel like we need in the game, I'm going to be getting into a couple of things that I would love to see, but I highly doubt we're gonna see for a little bit of time, which honestly sucks because being a franchise guy like myself, it kind of feels like we just kind of get skipped over for other modes. But either way, going into like the other stuff I would love to see would be relocation franchise, which would be absolutely huge, especially with all the rumors that the Rays are gonna do like split seasons with Montreal and all the stupid stuff like that, which I'm not happy about really at all. But adding something like a relocation franchise for struggling teams and kind of going off of like what Madden does. Madden has a perfect relocation franchise like thing implemented, so that'd be perfect for MLB The Show. The next thing is something that probably is the most popular thing I've ever seen when it comes to adding things for franchise mode, and that is the create a stadium feature. Again, another great feature that Madden has for their franchise mode is create a stadium or remodel the stadium that you got. Like again, I'm gonna use this as an example, but for the Rays, okay? A lot of people hate the Trop. It's really not in the best spot. The attendance is super low. The Rays honestly just need a new stadium. So, in MLB The Show, I could go in and create a new stadium for them, or actually, you know, pick from like presets or whatever, and then go in, have to wait like 2 years or whatever, how long it would take, and then have that stadium ready for like opening day of 2022 or something like that. I guess it could be a little bit similar to what the Rangers are doing right now, so something like that would be perfect for the game. Number 8 on my list is a better minor league system, and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. When I talk about like a more up-to-date minor league system or something that's a little bit more user-friendly, I guess, I wanna have a fully working Class A roster. So basically, for like a top prospect like Adley in the Orioles organization, I'd like to be able to see how the guy does in Class A. Right now, Class A is kind of like a prison for all these prospects. Like technically their stuff progresses, but not nearly as much as if they were actually quote unquote playing the game. So like in AA and AAA, you progress a lot more with your prospects. So if Class A could be the same as like AA or something like that, and we could just play some games within Class A, that'd be perfect. So if they could do something like that and kind of just expand the minor league system a little bit, that'd be perfect. And now we finally got to the last thing on my list, which is going to be a more expanded draft and scouting system. So again, back in MLB The Show, if we go over to the scouting department, like you guys can see that it's okay. Like it's not 100% where it needs to be, but it's okay. You got the MLB scouting scale, which is elite, well above average, you know, average, everything like that. And the problems that I have really aren't even with this screen at all. Like the scouting for this is not horrible. What I'm talking about is having like a top 10 or a top 50 prospects leading into the draft. I'm sure you guys know, but MLB Pipeline does a lot of this kind of stuff where they rank the top like 100 picks going into the draft. And I feel like if MLB The Show is able to partner with MLB Pipeline to do something like that for the game, that'd be absolutely insane. And then to go with that, I would not mind seeing the draft being 10 rounds. Right now, it only goes to about 6, which I guess technically is okay, but in real life, the draft is definitely not 6 rounds. I feel like MLB The Show, if they had it to like 10 rounds or maybe 15 rounds, it'd be a little bit better for prospects. So if they could do something like that, that'd be absolutely sick. So please, MLB The Show, I'm begging you guys, add some of the stuff that's on this list, okay? Add some of the stuff. It's pretty good. And not to mention, so many people want this kind of stuff. You guys would not believe the amount of DMs, the amount of stuff that I get about this kind of stuff. So if we got a lot of the stuff that I was talking about in this video, that would be a massive W for the entire franchise community. So I'm hoping that we could get that. It's just gonna be whether or not we can make enough noise. So I hope you guys did enjoy this wish list video. If you guys have any other things that you want me to add or anything like that, go ahead and tell me that down in the comments down below. We have a little bit under 2 months until we get more franchise information about MLB 20, so if you guys can, start making some noise, like link MLB The Show this video on like different pages, like different forums, everything like that. Let's try to generate some noise and try to get them to add a lot of these features that I know a bunch of you guys want. If you guys are new here and don't know me, I'm an MLB The Show YouTuber. I do a bunch of stuff on MLB The Show, so if you guys like the game, go ahead and subscribe down below. And if you guys haven't already, turn on that post notification bell because in MLB 20, we're gonna be going crazy on the upload, so get ready for that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.